HTB family, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. Thanks again for tuning in. Look, first and foremost, I need to apologize for the lack of content. I'm now finding myself working about 5 to 6 days per week, and trying to juggle that in with everything else is a very tough ask. I apologize profusely actually for the lack of content, especially with how I have been. But in saying that, like I said, please be aware the Rugby League World Cup content coming soon, as I try and basically go all out on that, but obviously as well the NRL stuff as well. Yes, I'll still be choosing a team to sort of follow, and we'll get into that as well in due course. But in saying that, without further ado, Penrith Panthers host the Warriors. Yikes, hit that intro. Guys, so here we go, right? The Warriors. Look, I'll just get straight into the squad, right? There's no point talking about it. That the game against the Cowboys was messy, it was ugly, it was yuck. It was filthy, to be fair with you guys. So we'll get straight into the squads and then we'll go from there. So the fullback is Reece Walsh. The wings are Dylan Waiten, Selesnik, as well as Errol Kossi. The centers are William Ivailea, as well as Marcelo Montoya. The halves see the return of Shanaris Tavita as well as Sean Johnson. And the props are Adam Fonua-Blake as well as Tohu Harris. The hooker being Wade Egan. Second rows are Elias Katoa as well as Josh Curran. And the block, Bunty R4. The bench sees Lusick, Louis, Ale as well as Ben Murdoch Marcilla. And the reserves are Berry, Asi, Otukolo, Frey as well as Pompey. And my apologies, is Fry. So there you go. Look, my initial thoughts on the squad, I mean, what do you sort of say? Shanaris Tavita, you got Asi there, you got the likes of Asi that could play potentially, and obviously you're slotting Shanaris Tavita. Obviously Asi probably falling victim to the disgraceful performance against the Cowboys. Probably, that's the way it is. Look, there's not too much there that has been changed, but Aitken as well as Murchie that are out, I believe for injury reasons. But obviously, the likes of Ben Murdoch Masila as well, being named is good there as well. Barry, Otukolo, it's good to see them back. But like I said, with Shanaris Tavita coming in, interesting. But overall, the squad, I like it. Kato, Curran, beautiful pairing there in the second rows. R4, Lock, love it. Props, there you go. Egan, it's good to see Lusick off there. Ale, it's good to see. Like I said before, Ben Murdoch Masila, it's good to see him in there, and hopefully he can provide some much added punch. But again, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess, for lack of a better word. Strengths and weaknesses. Look, if we're all going based on last week's game, we all know that there's a ton of weaknesses that we all know about, and there's not much strength apart from the fact that there isn't much strength at all. Inconsistency to me is not a definition for strength. It is obviously instability. It is weakness. It's a team that I suppose has, imagine driving a car, right, with no headlights, basically, is how I describe it. So not too much there to talk about. As for the top 5 players to, think of, to talk about, I guess I'll, because it's the home game for the Penrith Panthers, I'll respectfully go with them first. My top 5 to watch, and then we'll just go from there. First and foremost, Dylan Edwards, one of the most unsung fullbacks going. Obviously from New South Wales, so unlucky to be behind the likes of Latrell, Tedesco, Tom Trbojevic, but such a unsung hero who does all the good things correct. He'll be pivotal, and I swear he'll get a meat pie or two. Another players to watch out for, I reckon, will be Stephen Crichton. He's coming into his own, actually, and is how do I say this? Shaping up to be a very scary footballer for the opposition, and I think he'll be one to watch out for. Brian Toto as well, his matchup against Dylan Waiten Selesnik will be one for the ages, I think. Another, just strong ball carrier. What do I need to say? Right. Another person as well is Jerome Luai. We all know he's coming back. And again, as to what he'll add, it will be interesting to see nonetheless. But I think he'll be one to he'll be a scary prospect nonetheless. And last but not least, James Fisher-Harris. I think for mine, imposing intimidator. Loves having a game against the Warriors. Loves running into a few of our players, and he does a good job in nullifying us, I suppose. So again, those are my 5 for the Penrith Panthers. As for the Warriors, I've got the likes of Dylan Watson and Selesnik. I think his matchup against Brian To'o should be more marquee than what it is, I think, currently. Again, bumper to bumper, strong player, hearty as, sure, has a few things to work on, but don't they all, really, right from the best teams to the lowest teams. Next person as well, I think, is going to be Edward Kossi. I don't know why, but I'm just feeling very wingy today. Edward Kossi, I think, for mine, will score a few. I like the way he sort of... that game against the Storm shaped him mentally. He was upset visibly in that game, and we gave it to him. And to be fair with you, was it justified? I think it was. You got to really analyze a player when they're not playing well, and he didn't. And he's come back and he's basically responded, and the way he's responded has been so mature. Even in the losing game, I suppose, against the Cowboys too, you're seeing his maturity really stack up there, and I've got a feeling he'll have a big game. I think. Another person for mine, I think, is Eden Fonor-Blake. Again, without trying to say too much here, the running, the tackling, the defense, the offense, the heart, what he brings in is going to be good. Another person for mine to watch out for is Josh Curran. Again, as per usual, you guys know how I feel about him. He isn't the strongest guy in the room, but I can assure you right now, in terms of like being the first guy to attempt to hit, the first guy to stand up and shove, the first guy to put your hand up and be like, you know what, let's go, let's do this. That's him. That's who he is. He embodies the warrior spirit, I think. And granted, the season thus far has been absolutely shaky, as we all know. I don't need to go there. But I just feel like for mine, Josh Curran has been a standout and yeah, my personal favorite. Last but not least, I've got Ben Murdoch-Masila. What's he gonna bring to the squad? And I think that's a very that's a question that I suppose is it needs to be asked. What will you bring? And I think the mystery surrounding it is probably where I'm going to be leaning towards and why I've got him there. But those are my top 5 for the Warriors. And now we're going to the predictions now. And ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand that this is to be fair with you, obviously bar the omission of Ewan Aitken, it's a strong Warrior squad, honestly, from the likes of Reece Walsh, the fullback, obviously the wings, the centers, the halves. I mean, this is as experienced as it gets for the Warriors. But for the Penrith Panthers, we all know they're missing Nathan Cleary, and for this team here to still beat a rampaging hot Rabbitohs team says so much about them that it's not even funny. And honestly, I think you can officially say this is their B-grade team now. And look, for a while now, to be fair, it's just been their C-grade team. But now they've got their B-grade team. And yeah, I'm very, very worried, especially with the likes of Luai, like I named before, looking to, I guess, stretch the legs, so to speak. But yeah, just going back to the dominance against the Rabbitohs, this was virtually their C-grade team against the Rabbitohs. They still beat them. You know what I mean? The Warriors couldn't even come close to the Rabbitohs, man. Like, it's day and night. All right, the prediction, to be upfront with you guys, we're going to get smashed. We're going to get hammered. Don't even worry about the Warriors winning. We ain't going to win. I reckon Penrith Panthers probably win by, 30-odd points. I reckon 30 or 40-odd points, realistically. I think like 42 points to 6 or 4 or something like that. Because the Warriors, well, we don't know what to do. We don't know how to hold the ball, how to tackle, how to show heart, run, all that stuff there. It's all good and well looking pretty in the cameras when it comes to training, but we all know the results don't. The results are nowhere near. That's actually quite embarrassing, actually. And for mine, I've got Panthers winning by a large, significant margin. Remember back in the last week when I did my prediction, I predicted the Warriors, but in saying I had a disclaimer. The disclaimer was, I still think the Cowboys will win. Right? So there's no disclaimer here. It is just straight up the Panthers win. And the conclusion as well, again, ladies and gentlemen, the conclusion of the Warriors, so inconsistent. There's not much there to talk about. They leave a very distasteful flavor in your mouth, right? You go and buy yourself a nice ice cream and it does not taste like it. It tastes like cardboard, right? You go and buy yourself a car that is brand new. As soon as you take it out the driveway, it clunks. It doesn't decide to work anymore. You buy yourself a ruler. For some reason, it snaps and it's crooked. Right, that's the Warriors. That's how I define them. There's just no real leg room for positivity, to be fair with you guys, apart from looking into next year. But how many times have we done that, though? If you wind the clock back the year before the year before this one, the one, before that one. And I still, regardless of your opinion, I still believe 2018 was a very fluke year for the Warriors. It was. And I only say that because of how quick, as much as we rose, just how quickly we fell, and look at us where we are now, right? Versing a B grade team, and you just, it's, The conclusion, I guess I'll finish off now. The Warriors ain't anywhere where we need to be. It is what it is, right? What do you want me to say? Just hold on to your seats. Get ready for this shellacking we're going to get. Anyway, I hope you guys are well. I genuinely mean it. Please, let's have a conversation. My email and all that stuff. I've got Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. But yeah, if you're doing it tough, let me know, please. Let's have a yarn. Let's have a chat. Yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, take it easy. See you guys next time. Absolutely up the Warriors, but we all know they don't know how to hold the ball. No jokes. Take it easy.